The ignition coil is fundamental to the internal combustion process. An ignition coil converts a low voltage current into high voltage energy that's delivered to the spark plug, creating an electric spark that ignites the air-fuel mixture within the cylinder. Typically, you'll find one coil per cylinder on modern vehicles, but that could vary based on the engine size and the make and model. With such an important job to do, a bad ignition coil can cause a number of problems, including engine misfiring, a reduction in gas mileage, increased loading on other ignition system components, and damage to the catalytic converter. Your customer might complain that their vehicle is hard to start, especially in cold or humid weather conditions, or it runs rough, or that it's stuttering or jerking. They even might notice poor radio reception. So when you're recommending replacement ignition coils, what should you look for? Well, keep in mind that their location on top of the cylinder head exposes ignition coils to high heat, moisture, oil, and rapid temperature changes, and the coil windings can fail due to the large flow of amperage. So you really need to recommend an ignition coil with a robust design that can withstand these operating conditions. It goes without saying that you want to recommend a coil that's designed to meet or exceed original equipment or OE specifications. And you're going to want something with excellent mechanical stability and corrosion protection. Good cold start performance, high dielectric strength, and high quality insulation materials are a few of the other features and characteristics to look for in an ignition coil. You'll find those features and more in the Bosch ignition coils on this workbench and throughout the Bosch coil lineup. One failure point you'll find in some ignition coils is that the resin cracks over time, which can lead to misfires. This Bosch ignition coil, which fits a number of Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury models ranging from 1997 to 2011, features OE quality resin, which is long-lasting and helps fight against corrosion and vibration. Bosch's Ford ignition coils also use a superior silicone material to produce the high-voltage boot, and an exclusive OE-derived RFI suppression solution inside the spring to filter and reduce radio frequency interference. This Bosch GM cassette ignition coil is designed to solve a number of issues found in other brands' coils, according to Bosch. For example, it features a proven high-voltage connector that prevents corrosion that leads to misfires, while its fully encased electronics offer more protection and a longer lifetime. And the modern, compact transformer improves electrical performance and reliability, according to the company. The nice thing about cassette ignition coils is they're mounted directly onto the spark plugs, and there are no ignition wires required. When you're looking at replacement ignition coils, consider the manufacturing processes and quality control checks too. Bosch points out that its ignition coils are endurance and thermal shock tested per its OE design guidelines, which means they're guaranteed to match vehicle requirements for performance, drivability, fuel economy, and emissions. I'm Josh Cable, thanks for watching.